Good morning, travel insiders. It's me, Angie Lusk of Trips with Angie. I'm a travel agent that specializes in Disney vacations as well as the Caribbean. I'm very excited to see you today. So let's start with updates. So the big updates from yesterday are Disney World announced that they are going to continue their character dining with Minnie Mouse at Hollywood and Vine at Hollywood Studios. This was a new addition for the holiday season, so it's exciting to hear that they're expanding it through 2016. The schedule will now go through March 20th, and those reservations will be available on October 27th. You can also combine this with a Fantasmic package. Fantasmic is the evening show at Hollywood Studios, and you can get a dining package where you get dinner at one of the restaurants at Hollywood Studios, or you can also do it for lunch, and then you get reserved seating at the Fantasmic show. So this is a great way. You don't have to stand in line. You have a great meal, and they give you a sticker that you can wear that shows that you got the package, and that gives you early entrance into the reserved seating. You can also do this for the Epcot shows. So right now there is the Eat to the Beat series as part of the Epcot Food and Wine Festival. Then in the fall, in November, it'll move over to the Candlelight Processional, one of my very favorite events at Epcot, where a guest narrator will go through and read the Christmas story. There's a 50-person choir and a live orchestra, so you can get dining packages with reserved seating for that event as well. Definitely something to check out if you're headed to Disney World in the upcoming months. The other big announcement coming out of the all-inclusive world is the Hard Rock Resorts. The Hard Rock All-Inclusive Resorts will be expanding their little big club, kids club, to the Punta Cana property. Right now, the Cancun and Riviera Maya properties have it. It's very popular. It builds on the characters of Bob the Builder, Thomas the Tank Engine, and Angelina Ballerina into some incredible kids programming. So this is really exciting to see Hard Rock expanding this program to other properties. So I'm really excited about that, and I hope you are too. Hard Rock also announced that they're going to start offering allergy-free rooms. So as a person who's allergic to feathers, I'm really excited about that. These hypoallergenic rooms meet the pure standards that you may have experienced at the DoubleTree resorts as well. So if that's something that's important to you, you might want to check out the Hard Rock All-Inclusive Resorts, or as always, you can just contact me and I can help you make some of those plans. For the next 2 weeks here on the show, we're really going to focus on all-inclusive resorts because on Saturday I am headed to Cancun, Mexico. I'm going to visit 7 resorts and meet with the tourism boards of several of the Caribbean countries. So I'm going to have a ton of information to share with you, and I'm really excited about it. So the first thing you want to consider when choosing an all-inclusive resort is, where do you want to go? So all-inclusive resorts are mainly in Mexico, Jamaica, and the Dominican Republic. That's where sort of the biggest grouping of them are. Other Caribbean islands like Antigua, Barbados, St. Lucia have different offerings as well. And by all-inclusive, we mean resorts that where your meals are all included and your alcohol is all included. And usually there's some activities that are included as well, entertainment or non-motorized water sports. So that's what we mean when we say all-inclusive. Now, when you're trying to decide between the different countries, a couple things you might want to consider are, first of all, the flights. So when looking at your home airport, it's really important to see if there is a non-stop flight available, especially if you're thinking of a shorter vacation, like a 3 or 4 or 5 night. For instance, for one of my honeymooners, they were coming from the Midwest, and in order to get to Antigua, they had to overnight in Miami each way, which was fine because they were able to go for 9 nights. So they had, 2 nights in Miami and 7 nights at the resort. But if you're only getting away for a long weekend, that really eats up a lot of your time. So you want to look and see what nonstop flights are available. Tour operators also offer charter flights from some of the more popular cities, particularly in the Midwest and on the East Coast. So you also want to see what those are available. That's kind of the first thing I do when I'm working with a client on booking their all-inclusive vacation, is we start looking at the flight schedules to see what's going to be the easiest place to get to, given the time they want to spend on vacation. And the next thing to think about is, what kind of activities do you want to do? So depending on the country, there are a lot of different things available. Some countries have rainforests, so and waterfalls. For instance, one of the very popular excursions in Montego Bay and just in Jamaica in general is heading to Dun River Falls in the Ocho Rios area. So that's, if you want to hike up a waterfall, you're probably going to want to go to Jamaica. If you're really into snorkeling and diving, you may want to go to Mexico, because Cozumel offers some incredible snorkeling and diving. And you can also, depending on the time of year, dive with whale sharks off the coast of Cabo. San Lucas in Mexico on the Pacific coast. If you're really into history, the areas around Riviera Maya, the Tulum ruins, Chichen Itza offer some incredible sightseeing opportunities. If it's important to you to be near town, if you want to be able to walk to town from your resort, Playa del Carmen offers some great options for resorts on the beach, but yet still within walking area of the main town. So it really depends on what you want to do in order to pick the right country for you to visit. So those are the quick tip highlights for today. I hope you'll tune back in tomorrow where we'll talk a little bit more about what to consider when choosing an all-inclusive resort, and I can give you all of the latest updates. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. You can also subscribe to this YouTube channel so you'll be up to date on all the latest information. And you can also find me on Twitter at Trips with Angie or on Instagram at Trips with Angie. See you soon. Bye. Happy traveling.